West morning, everyone. This is Nicole. Your mobile blog is for toctown.com, and it's been a while since I've updated my On the Express platform, and I wanted to share with you not just a tip, tool, and technique, but this is going to be my journal for what's new in 2022. And funny, this will be the second edition of the bullet journal. I don't have the first edition by Ryder Carroll, but I decided to purchase it on a whim, pretty much for various reasons. One, to organize all of my content here in toctown.com, but also physically what I have in inventory as far as journals and traveler's notebooks are concerned. So, just to let you know, the bullet journal second edition comes with a guide, and I did an instrumental opening as well as an unwrapping. And pretty much, I didn't go through this guide, but if you pick up one, then you'll know that it has a lot of the information that's available on his YouTube page as well as his website, bulletjournal.com. It's such a beautiful day. I can even hear the birds chirping. So, as the summer dwindles down, I want to take time to enjoy it. That's why my posts are far and few between. So, in this comes stickers highlighting the months of the year as well as the weeks, and it even lists dailies. Whoops. Dailies for you to just stick on. Mind you, I'm not a fan of small printed anything. Let me bring it closer. But pretty much I'll use these in other portions of my journal as well as my traveler's notebooks, just to say that I use them up as opposed to just letting them sit on the shelf. And last but not least is the actual bullet journal, which is a Leuchtturm 1917. Is featured in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Forbes, Vogue, and the BBC. And like I mentioned before, it is a collaboration between the Bullet Journal as well as Leuchtturm 1917. And it comes in the color blush. And pretty much, let me unwrap it for you. And yes, I do have another calendar right behind it, but that's for another video as I'm already running into 3 minutes long. So did you hear that? I try to keep the videos short, less than 5 minutes, if not no more than 10. So pretty much it has a cover with the guide, the page dividers, as well as what's on the bulletjournal.com. I'm sure you can use this QR code if you want to access the website right from this video. And also he has his key that he uses for his bullet journal. I use some of these symbols, but pretty much I have my own way of annotating, and creating my legend for the pages of the book. And I'll go through the back when I get there, but the front of the pages has a measuring guide for the columns as well as the lines and spacing that you want to create, as well as what his what and his why is. You meet it in the center in order to find out what is your purpose. I highly recommend that you read his book. Of course, I'll link it in the section below if you want to pick it up. And like I said, here is the original key, which lists out his task. Use an X to say the task is completed. An arrow to the right means task migrated. Arrow to the left means task is scheduled. A line through it, canceled. And of course, a line or a dash is a note. Circle is an event, and a star is priority. And of course, you can add your own. But here's my part where I'm just not a fan of the dot grid. If you are, I'm not apologizing. That's your preference, and we certainly have our preferences here in the planner community. But what I love about the Leuchtturm is that it is threaded, so that means it's going to be easier to prep the pages as well as just leave it open. So let me back up a little bit. There is the index at the beginning. So, and I'm going to use this, future log for the exact dates that are in there. Usually I just, leave pages open and never return to them. But this time I decided to just go ahead and use the pages as is. And of course here are the number pages all the way back from page 1, and it goes through to page, I think, 206 last time I opened it. Yep, there's 205 and there is 206. Okay, it's a beautiful blush pink, if you haven't noticed already. And here is the back page. Let me remove that gently. And the features here, of course, are the pocket guide, which I just showed you in the beginning, the stickers, the key page, intentions page, the index pages, the future logs. As I flipped through before, I showed you the index pages, future log pages, the wider margins, which I didn't recognize, but I'll have to go back through that, and page status, bullet. So pretty much, I'm sounding kind of tired because this season has been just exhausting. So I plan on taking more of a relaxed break later this year so that I can get more intentional about the material that I present on my channel. So last but not least, of course, I mentioned the book before, and the additional feature has in-depth instructions, journaling exercises. It's available on Kindle, and there are visual examples, of course, on his YouTube channel, and it's also available as an audiobook, plus is in 28 plus languages. So he is an international bestseller, so I congratulate you, Ryder Carroll, on your success. I'm sure that it's still overwhelming, the amount of just impact that you've had in the handwriting community as well as the mom and pop shop businesses. So alrighty, everyone, of course, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'm Nicole, your mobile blog is for toctown.com. And just before I go, it did have a thank you note in here, and also sizing, which is what I really needed, because a lot of times when you purchase different materials, the sizing is what you have to go by, not necessarily what they have advertised it as. So I'll go more into detail on another video, because they also have a lot more useful information in regards to planners, the pin loops, as well as how to format your pages. Okay, that's all I have for you today. It's more than enough for me to handle at what time. All right, until we meet online or face to face again, be blessed.